Remember, switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading.
Woo! Hey, I got that 5K. I'll take that. I've played a good amount of VR games, from FPSs to survival, puzzles, and maybe a mixture of all of them combined. And I decided to look back on some games that have piqued my interest. And one of those games was VAIL VR. A Call of Duty mixed in with a little bit of sci-fi VR game that has me at the balls for entertainment. Now, this game is fantastic, don't get me wrong, and I'm sorry that I clickbaited you to thinking that this video was going to be about why VAIL VR was bad, but with YouTube hating me so fucking much and I went on a 2-week hiatus, it doesn't seem like they really enjoyed that all too much. But even though I enjoy the gunplay, the game modes, and everything else in between for VAIL VR...
Oh, wait, no. Capture the orb. Oh, capture the orb. I'm going to knock on capture the orb. I love it.
There are some things that need to be addressed within this game. Now first, we gotta talk about the weapon variety because it seems a bit stale in comparison to some of the other competitors when it comes down to attachments for weapons. Weapon variety is fantastic, don't get me wrong. They have a lot of cool new weapons. There's a pump action shotgun that actually works. They have a revolver that you can spin around on your finger. But the issue is only having scopes with your attachments can only go so far for creativity and customization. And I think the scopes are not that good. Now hold on, before you go at me with your dad's pitchforks from the garage, let me explain that it's specifically how zoomed in some of the scopes are. Now mind you, I don't mind zoomed in scopes as long as the maps are balanced around them so they are more viable to be used in certain areas. At this range, as you can tell, when you zoom in, it's pretty zoomed in. This is a good ACOG scope, right? But now, let me show you a different scope, the Spectre. I feel like there's no real point in using the Spectre scope because of how zoomed in it is. And a lot of maps only have this range. This hallway right here, from this point on this line all the way over there is the average hallway you get in a lot of maps. But if there's any way that they can design a map that's way bigger than normal so that those scopes can be used in some form of manner, that'd be awesome. And other than the scopes, obviously having no grips, laser suppressors, or any modular attachments does turn me off quite a bit. But what makes up for attachment loss is gameplay value. So I'm hoping that they are making a map that's really big so those scopes can be used in some form of manner. If not, that's totally understandable. But a lot of the game modes are very much close quarters. There's Capture the Orbs, there's Artifact, and a couple other game modes that are probably normal like TDM or Domination. And these maps are way too close quarters for these scopes to be used on. So if there's any way that you can make those maps maybe a bit bigger enough to be able to use a Spectre scope, by all means, please and thank you. And speaking of game modes, why is it that any competitive game that is out there for VR goes out there and doesn't have a ranked game mode until it's like 2 years later? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Breachers VR. I still love you guys, but like, come on. And I'm not excluding you from the class, VAIL VR. Where the fuck is ranked mode? Where's the competitive game mode? Where is it at? Aside from me getting really hyped up to have a ranked game mode, I understand that it actually might take a little bit of while to make a ranked game mode because it might be very difficult to balance out or try to find the right placement or what's the right way for people to level up and rank up, etc, etc. I get it. I just personally think it's time for competitive mode because playing unranked can get a little much. Dude, these spawns are fucking terrible. Let me play the game! What the fuck is this? And if there's anything else that I have a gripe with, it's the jumping. Feels a little bit off. Even while swinging my arms up, the only time I actually jump is in Sniper v Sniper, Scout's Knives, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And originally I thought, yeah, this will open up opportunities to be in places that you normally wouldn't be able to get to. But in reality, it's like playing hopscotch with a crutch and the person you're going against is winning even with being in a wheelchair. And there's only some parts of the map that you can jump on. And I feel like the jumping is so weak, it feels like I'm actually just tripping and falling off the edge of the earth. And if there was anything that they could fix with this, is either make the jumping much higher and much more powerful, or make maps have different design philosophies for more vertical connections and design. Look, all I'm saying is maybe boost up the jumping a little bit. It feels a little bit awkward, feels a little bit off to be able to jump in VAIL VR. It's not my thing. And if there's anything else I would like to see also is just my own skin in VAIL VR. Please, I'm begging you, I love your game. But in all seriousness, I love the game. I really enjoy it. This is all critical feedback, and all the jokes were just jokes. I didn't mean them in a serious manner. And besides that, VAIL VR and Into the Radius 2 are really the only games that are filling in my void for VR immersion and experience. And even though I critically give feedback towards the developers, I did actually praise VAIL VR for being the next best thing for FPSs. And if you guys want to see that, you can click the video right now in the middle of your screen and you can go enjoy the positive views of VAIL VR. That's it for me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Deuces. Take care, everyone.